have to ask yourself whether a relationship is involved. Then ask yourself, is it a working relationship?
Okay.
Or is it a personal one?
Right.
Or is it both? Imagine it's your wife and you're both working in the same company. You could have a little more difficulty. That requires a lot of maturity.
True, yeah.
Now, how do you understand whether or not the relationship is mutual?
Okay.
You have to ask yourself some questions. First, ask yourself, do I respect that person?
Okay.
Do I care for that person?
Okay.
Do I want this relationship with the person? Do I want to establish it? Do I want to continue it? Or do I want to terminate it?
Okay.
These questions have nothing to do with the issue in front of you. The details of the problem are not relevant.
Okay.
Then you ask yourself the same set of questions for the other person. Does that person respect me? Does that person care for me? Does that person want this relationship with me, to establish it, to maintain it, or to terminate it? Having established that, then you have to seek commitment from that person to the relationship. And you should be equally committed as well. And this is where the root of the problem really is. People don't communicate, and we have insecurity.
True.
Sometimes we hurt our loved one because we want to see if they get hurt, that means they care for us.
I'm sure there's a lot of couples out there who have probably never even dared to ask each other the questions on this one sheet.
They do, up till the time they get married. And then they've got no time to talk.
That's true, yes.
So we suggest you spend 1 hour once a week for a permanent meeting at a park outside your home, outside your office, say 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock every Wednesday at that park. Even if one party can't make it because of a meeting, it doesn't matter. Sit there and write a letter to him, so that time belongs to your relationship. And you should talk only about the relationship, not about any problem.
Well, it's like that joke I've always heard, like, my wife and I have a fantastic marriage. Every week we take one night off, we go out for a nice dinner, candle lit, you know, to have a nice conversation. I do it on Mondays, she does it on Wednesdays.
Yeah, that's...
So I think you need to do the same day. That's the important thing, isn't it?
Well, together. We have to communicate, because if you don't give time to it, even if it's once a month or once a week, but it's something to look forward to, and if something troubles you, you can write it in your diary and say, okay, I'll talk to him at that time. You don't have to blast him in front of your husband or your wife.
You know, don't leave it all boiling up and then in one go, because so many, you know, sort of conflicts are, oh, and remember last week you didn't do, and it's...
20 years history comes up.
Yeah, that's why.